别走开，走开了啊，更会伤心的。如果阿哥伤心了，心里的话儿向谁说？月亮，月亮，别躲开，躲开了啊，咋会孤单的？如果阿子孤单了，都认得去个哪里找？飞吧，张开你的翅膀，从那日出到日落，别走开。
All right. Mega GMs, guys. Good morning. Drop King GM, sir. Dead GMs. Trojan GMs. Sunday fun day. I think it'll be a fun one. I think. Yeah. Christian, what's up, man? English. Dude, it's the best. That's not the full version, I don't think. I think there's a longer version. Dude, I don't know what it is about that. Gets me in the feels a bit. We should probably play it again. It's beautiful, man. Also, I don't think they're really saying that. But I don't know. I don't know, dude. Cheerleading was great. I'll talk about that too. Well, what are we talking about today? A lot of the same stuff from yesterday. I did want to get to the art blocks mint from the past week, but yeah, let's look back at the market today. It's it's not awesome. I think I don't know. We probably more pain ahead of us too. Made some plays, made a trade this morning. Show that, give my thoughts about this trade and why I made it. Wholesome song. It's a beauty, dude. It really is. Want to look at the market? Yes. Some fun storylines out there. A lot more fuckery, a lot more market manipulation, I think, is going on. Yeah, a lot. There's just a lot of stuff feels kind of weird out there too. Interesting coins that are running. It was mentioned in the chat yesterday briefly that Cerebro kind of out of nowhere absolutely sent fucking weird. I gotta not swear. Weird. Some thread guy fought out there, which I think is silly. But we'll talk. I mean, it's another one of those stories with great power comes great responsibility. I think the FUD out there around thread guys kind of silly. We'll get into that. Some FUD even around the token strategy tokens coming from Spencer from Moonbirds, which kind of weird to me. I think he has a weird kind of uninformed take. Reminds me of like recent Beanie takes that are like kind of quick and reactionary, and he doesn't have like a full understanding of the thing he's fudding. That's more like great power, great responsibility, and being irresponsible, I think, with some of the takes. I think. But the strategy token's still super, super interesting, man. Yeah, I guess there's a lot to talk about today. PUMPFUN side. Even Chick-fil-A. Damn, I was craving Chick-fil-A and remembered it's Sunday. So no Chick-fil-A. It's going to be a pizza day. I can feel it. Pizza's going to be my reward for the cheerleading. Cheerleading was great. I have a video, and if I can find a way to play it, I will, but I'd rather show you the full routine instead of just the practice. Cheerleading was awesome, dude. Edge, good morning. Got the routine. I feel like I'm pretty confident with the routine now. We knocked it. I think we got it locked in right at the end, and I wish. Okay, we went through it a bunch. We got the routine down. Had a whole dude. We got like 20 guys there for it. We had like new people came, so it was awesome. I think we got the routine down. It took a while, and I felt better that a lot of other dads were where I was at, as in like, dude, I don't remember where the moves go, and some of the moves I didn't even know how to do still. Okay, Drop King, don't kill me for this, okay? But pineapple on the pizza. I like everything. Like, I'm a pizzatarian. I love everything. Only thing I don't really love is sausage for whatever reason. I like sausage, but on pizza, I don't. I love every pizza topping, but pineapple and jalapeno is like, and I didn't used to like pineapple, but my wife's vegetarian. She turned me onto it a while back. Took a while, but now I fucking love pineapple pizza. It's like, it's goat tier. Can't go wrong with just cheese. I think my favorite would be like pizza with I like tomato garlic, something like that. I like a savory kind of pizza or whatever. Dude, pineapple's so good on pizza. It's so underrated. I don't know why it gets the hate it does. If you get a sweet pineapple on pizza and you hot sauce it up and stuff and like jalapenos take it to the next level. Pineapple pizza is incredible. It's got to be the right pizza, but incredible. We finally found a good pizza joint around here too. Most of it's trash. Most of it's like the Chicago style, which can be good, but you got to be in the mood for it. And if you don't get Chicago style, they don't have like New York style pizza here at all. They have tavern pizza here, and they have double dough pizza. Both of them are nasty. Tavern pizza's like it's kind of thin crust and it's flavorless, and the crust is terrible. Tavern pizza sucks, and that's all you get here outside of Chicago. And then double dough is literally what you're thinking. It's like a New York pizza, but the dough is like 2 or 3 times thicker. It's like thick for no reason. It's like double dough pizza is nasty. We have really shitty pizza here in Chicago, and I'm surprised by it. But you get a good deep dish or Chicago style. It's great. But you got to be in the mood for it. But yeah, we finally found a local spot that huge fucking slices, and the cheese is perfect, and the sauce is perfect, and it's more New York style. So good, dude. Dude, pineapple is just the best. First idiots meetup, it's going to be a pineapple pizza party, and now it'll be everything. Again, I'm a pizzatarian. I could eat pizza every day of the week. Like obsessed with it. So anyway, the cheerleading thing, we'll get to the market. By the end, it's a 2-hour practice. So much fun, man. New people came, so we had to run through it a bunch, which was awesome. Finally got it down. I'm going to practice a few hours before we go today. Cubs game last night, so everybody wanted to go early. No shit, guys. Hey, I'm surprised by this. Dude, how crazy. Okay, I thought English was going to give me shit for the pineapple thing. We got pineapple enjoyers here. How about that? Did you guys come around to it? Did you not like it at first, or have you always been like pineapple pizza lovers? It's the best, dude. It's the most underrated pizza. It's not even close. It's so good. Okay, but new guys come. We run through it, finally get some of the moves down, finally feel confident knowing what order they go in. And then by the end, we got it pretty close to perfect. And after we got that final close to perfect take, we were like, okay, we're done. Instead of what we should have done, we had 20 minutes to go, 15 minutes to go. We should have knocked it out like 3-4 more times to like really get it good. I don't know if that's like a me thing. Like I will do something over and over and over. Like I will never stop till it's right. But everybody's like, we got it. Let's get out. And we left, and we should have spent another 30 minutes on it, just like locking it in. Barbecue pizza is weird. It can be good, but I never want it. Throw out some other weirdo pizza ideas. I need to hear, because there's some weird pizza stuff. Do you know what I don't love, guys? It's like a newer trend, and it's good, but I prefer we don't do it. That's awesome, dude. Fuck. That makes me so happy, English. I don't know why, but that makes me really happy to hear. I don't like it's a newer trend the past couple of years, pepperoni, but with like hot honey on it. It's good. It's really good, but like that's too fancy. Honey on pizza's too fancy for me. Damn, dude, now I'm craving pizza bad. Oh, dude, this is a special bunch here. That's yeah, dude. I'm shocked by this, dude. Normally it's like you might get one person who likes pineapple and the rest just hate, just fucking you're disgusting kind of thing, right? I've never seen that question put out and everybody said they like it. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, that's the thing, English. It's really good. It's really good. I went to a really good pizza spot. Actually, Dave Portnoy, I think his highest rated pizza around Chicago is like 20 minutes away from here. It's in I think it's in Cary, and it's called like Uncle Jerry's. It's like a super Grateful Dead themed pizza place. Amazing pizza. It's amazing pizza, dude. But and I got the pepperoni honey on it. It's really good. Like you wouldn't eat it and not like it. You would love it. But like I would never want to order that. It's just like I want a pizza. I don't want like a fancy pizza, and it's kind of fancy. Uncle, I got to show you this pizza. It's really, really good. Hey, let's. I mean, important things. This place is really good. They're deep. Oh, you know what's cool about them? It's like a hybrid Chicago style, but also like a normal crust. So it's got this really deep crust part of it, but the underneath part is not super doughy. This place is really good. That looks like the pepperoni honey one right there. That looks good. This place is so good. Okay, you might think this one's kind of weird, maybe not, but I like broccoli on pizza. But it has to go. It's got to be tomato. Okay, tomato, garlic, broccoli is like my favorite, and mushy garlic. Like really cooked. I don't know why. I think garlic goes so well on it. Don't like peppers on it, but actually I like it. Like I like everything. I just won't. I don't go for. I don't go for peppers. Mostly veggie pizza. I like. That's more because I've it's what we get. Ricotta is amazing. Like we can get to calzones too, right? Like ricotta is god tier on anything. Love ricotta. And I do like the fancy pizzas, like a good goat cheese, whatever pizza. I mean, there's almost no bad pizza. I do want to try the clam pizza, right? I've never tried like the clam pizza, or is it oyster or whatever? But that's like a New Haven kind of thing. I think they get a New Jersey thing or something too. But I mean, you can't go wrong. Bacon's great. Goat cheese is, yeah, the best, man. The best. I also like green olives. A Chicago style pizza with like garlic green olives is so good. So good. But yeah, I would just say my default is closer to a white pizza, but with red sauce. It's got to have good hearty tomato on it and a lot of garlic, and that's to me that'll do it. That'll freaking do it, dude. We could just do a whole pizza episode. Good lord. But I mean, like this pizza's why I wish they could. I want to get a picture of like just the crust. This dude started in COVID just cooking out of his kitchen, like in his house. Portnoy rated this, I want to say like an 8.5 or something. Yeah, check this out. When he shows the crust, here, let me do the audio here. It's so cool. Like thick crust, but the bottom is not. It's incredible. Anybody ever comes up here, we do a little hangout. We're going here.
You got thick there. The back is, the crust is, but it tastes like a deep dish. I love it. To me, there's an 8. There's an 8 pizza to me. I'll go. My brain's in a clusterfuck. I don't know.
I don't know if he gives it an 8 or where he settles, but it's so weird. It tastes like deep dish. It's very saucy, but again, the undercarriage. Well, yeah, the undercarriage, we'll call it that. But it's closer to a New York style at that part. It's so good, so good. There's pizza hour. I'm getting pizza tonight. Okay, fuck it, fuck it. All right, boys, we're live. Let's get to the show. We're live on Pump Fun. Drop the link in the chat here. Hey, token's up today, dude. We were at 10K yesterday. We're at 15K now. Pathetic. I'm happy with it. I'm happy. I do have guests that are coming on, and I'm saving it for the real show. I'm getting. We will get a gigapump out of this. I will get you boys a gigapump out of this. Bet on that. On X as well. on Abstract on YouTube. You know the drill. Come over to YouTube and subscribe over there. It's Inside NFTs over on that side. Follow me on X, though. It's HUDAH_idiot. Oh, man. It's so bad out there right now. Do you guys feel like it's better or worse than yesterday? How do you guys feel? Something broken, Dead? You doing voice to text? Better or worse than yesterday, guys, sentiment-wise? Yeah, I was in today does feel better. It was in a spaces yesterday with, I could tell, a lot of, like, very good traders, like big money guys. It's a tiny little spaces, and you get some cool insights there. And a lot of these guys got wrecked. It's crazy. I am still shocked by how many people got wrecked. I checked my one leverage trade, my one position, the XPL. I did get liquidated, right? My liquidation price was like 0.26 and it hit 0.24. So I'm liquidated. It wasn't much, but I'm like, I'm happy that I got to be a part of it. I'm happy that I got liquidated. I got to be a part of the thing that happened. It got me. I'm surprised by how many people, and these big money guys, it got them, and it got some of them bad. I'm shocked by it. Got them bad. It was a crazy day. Now, what was interesting, they were saying, is their buddies are not buying yet. And even these guys maybe weren't back to buying. So what they were saying is, this is where you normally want to buy, right? Fear, where there's so much fear that people don't want to buy. And he's like, I should be buying here, and I might be buying here. But a lot of people think there's worse to come. I kind of lean that way. But I don't know. Nobody knows. You know what? It's kind of, is it a bonding thing? It's a thing. Hey, we will always remember yesterday. And I think as time goes on, we'll realize how significant yesterday was, or 2 days ago. And it won't be the worst loss we've ever had. In fact, I think it's a cool sign of how much we've grown and how much money is here, that we can lose that much and actually be where we're at now. But no, we'll smash this new record. We will smash this record in the future. It's wild to see that kind of dump, in Bitcoin sitting at 112. Right now it's 112. Worse to come, but sideways for some time. I think so too. I took some profits. I actually sold my Vibester. Might not be the best play, but hit an all-time high again, hit 14 mil. And I'm like, you know what? That's a 7x. Let me take that 7x. And you know what? I still think what I thought before. I still think this is going to live at 15 to 20. We're basically at my target, my short-term target. If this pulls back to 10 mil, 9 mil, whatever, and I do expect people to take profits, especially as we get into this morning and people wake up to that basically still around all-time high. I'll put it on the screen. I expect some people to take some profits here. It's hard to not lock in when you're up that much. If you bought in later, you're 2x, 3x. I bought in at the beginning. I'm up, 7x. Here's how it really worked, guys, right? I put in 0.05, but really my tokens that my buy, I got 0.003. So I turned 0.003 into 0.35. Is pretty fucking wild. I got to lock it in. With the plan to buy back if I can. 2 green candles, 1 red is the pattern. There you go. China, yeah. Yep. It's gonna get crazier. I want to buy back in, but I look at it like this. If it keeps going, and it just might, this could run right back up to 15 and up to 20 and whatever. Well, my target still's there. I think this is a $50 million token. I'll buy back in along the way for sure. So I just took some ETH. I'm going to sit on it and wait and watch. If this pulls back to 10, I'm back in. Even at 11. Now I have to start doing the numbers because 10% tax, right? So 10% tax. If I want to buy back in and just be even, this needs to fall to what? Basically 12 mil. If this falls all the way down to here, and I buy, I'm just even. The chart's up. What are you talking about? Do you not see it? Unless you want a different chart. He might want a different chart. But pulls back to like here, which is a pretty decent level. Oh, I'll pull up the Bitcoin chart. Yeah. Ask nicely, though. You gotta ask nicely. So if I buy back there, I'm break even. I'm not looking to do that. I will if I feel like there's gonna be a turnaround. Otherwise, I'm looking to buy back in. 9 mil would be pretty awesome. I could see 9 mil. 9 mil, I'm buying back in. But I'll talk more about strategy, but that was my play this morning. I'm out. Don't want to be. I just think it was smart. And I think they got a lot coming still. There's some spice around it, though, man. I'll tell you again, Spencer with some thoughts about the strategy tokens. All right, quick look at the market, and then for English, we'll go to the chart. Bitcoin falls under 112 again. It's not bad, though. I mean, really. We were at 109 just like a couple weeks back. We are just fine. If this is what it looks like after a historic reckoning, I think we're just fine. ETH at 35. BNB is almost back to all-time high, guys. 1311 was all-time high. Not far off. BNB is a monster. It's up. Dude, up 11% in the past 24 hours. Come on. Crazy. Ripple 242. Solana 182. We look pretty darn decent. By the way, how cool is Luna? I'm going to be honest. I kind of got Luna mixed up with somebody else. Like, I know Luna, but I thought Luna had a few other alts, and I had him mixed up with someone else I thought I had actually talked to on Spaces before, and he did come up once, but I thought another name that shows up here sometimes was also him. So it's cool to get to see him and hear his voice a little more, like, personally. I'm like, Luna's a badass, man. In fact, I want to put up his X account. I think he's a good trader. He's worth a follow. But also, I want to see Luna and I want to see Luna and Carbon made peace. Those guys fucking those guys were at each other's throat here. Now Carbon doesn't watch the stream anymore because of Luna. Here's this is Luna. It's cryptobum .eth. Wait, Soul Meme Kid. This is him on X. I'm gonna drop his name. I'm gonna drop him in the chat. What's up, cats? Good morning, man. I thought he was great. Dude, it's a bummer because I really like Carbon and I really like Luna, and Luna was really aggressive with him. And I didn't think it was cool, but I'll tell you what, I kind of get it. And I fucked up here too. He sent me an invite to Lighter like 2 months ago, and he did the same for Carbon, and we didn't use it. Like, maybe used it but never traded. I didn't realize he only gets a set number of referrals or invites, so he kind of wasted it. And I feel bad about that because those are precious, right? I'm sure he gets points for it. So he gave it to me and I didn't use it. And I think the same with Carbon. And so him and Carbon went at it. And I don't like bad vibes, So I would love to see those boys make peace. I don't think either of them give a shit, but hey, that's what's up, Dad. I agree. Dude, yeah. Yeah. It's such, you really learn about the space. You really learn about crypto and what coins actually matter when this kind of thing happens. And we just learned Bitcoin's a beast. And BNB is a beast. Even ETH, I think, mostly fine. It's the memes that were fucked. It's the worthless stuff that's fucked. I never know when we pull up. I never know when we pull up the chart what's the best pair to look at. So, all right, English. Okay, is this where you're saying 2 green candles and a red, or what were you look? There we go. That's it. I'm too sensitive. I don't like bad vibes. I don't. I miss the times where I just don't give a fuck, and I kind of am there, but like, I just don't like bad vibes. They do affect. I just got to be real with myself. Bad vibes can get to me. All right, we're on 3 month. I think. Hang on, let me double check. I think we're on 3 month. Yeah, we're on 3. Maybe it's a different pair though. English. This is a Bitstamp BTC USD pair, US dollar pair. Hey, good morning, Mufasa. English, do you want a different pair? If this holds, then the quarter should be red. Wow. Musty, good morning, man. This is 3 months. Oh, well, you're right. Yeah, my bad. Okay. Yep. All right, there it is. That's what English was saying, though. 2 Did I do this? Did I put these indicators up there? I don't think I did. 2 green, a red, 2 green, a red, 2 green, a red. 2 green and a red. 2 green and 4 reds. Yeah, okay. No, I mean, it does matter, you know? There's guys who play this a very, very different way. Yeah. Okay, better now. Benny, good morning. So what does it mean? It means, I don't know. Expect some green coming up in a couple months. We'll see. Mufasa tax harvested a couple days ago. Heard some stop losses never got filled, and folks got yes, dude. Looks like this quarter should be red if it holds. Yeah. Mufasa, I heard, and Confusion was telling me this yesterday. He couldn't get orders filled when this was going down, and he was using, I think, Hyperliquid. A lot of these perps platforms were kind of broken during the great fucking. Not great. Even Backpack, we got to talk a little Backpack. Backpack had issues too. It's not awesome. Hopefully these platforms are making it right. I think they are, but not great. Yeah, this is why. Well, let's even start here. This is from a little while back, 2 weeks ago. Eric Trump saying Q4 will be unbelievable for crypto. Yeah. I actually don't doubt it. Crime, dude. Like they know it's coming. Although, if that's because of, the Clarity Act passing, market structure bill passing, right? It's not the Clarity Act, but the market structure bill. It doesn't look like that's going to happen as quickly as we were hoping. I still think this is true, and I don't know why. I'm just telling you, I think it's true. I do think we have an awesome Q4. I do. Maybe because we're so wrecked by the time we get there that we just basically are recovering. I don't know if people are starting to readjust. Well, two things. If you think cycle topped already, but if not, if you're adjusting your top predictions lower, instead of maybe thinking, look, like I'm a 200K plus Bitcoin guy. Anybody adjusting from there down to like 160, 140-ish? This stuff has to get you thinking. I'm with you. I'm with you. CJ said in the chat yesterday that insider trading, that guy who made 200 mil, who shorted the market, he rightfully, Udi put this out too, rightfully said, guys, this news came out of China like 2 days before. So people know it wasn't necessarily somebody tied to the Trump administration. That said, the timing of one of those shorts being a minute before the announcement is super weird. Super weird. What's up, Chad? It's super sus timing, we'll say that. This is what gets me a little more worried in the short term. I think China does not give a fuck. I don't know how much leverage we have on them. I'm saying I don't know. I don't know, but it doesn't feel like we have what we want to believe we have. Don't know. But things are just escalating and escalating. And so these tariffs now at 130%, not 100%. There's the poly market for this, by the way. And does the 100% tariff stay or stand? You can lose that bet on two sides. You can lose it if they go bye-bye or if they increase it. And Trump did increase it to 130%, I believe. China not afraid of a trade war. Not afraid of it. They don't want it, but not afraid of it. I think just my gut tells me there's more coming. We also heard, guys, I don't trust a lot that comes out of Coin Bureau, by the way. I just don't. This is the YouTube channel too, right? Coin Bureau. I've just seen him do some really shady stuff and report things very inaccurately, so I don't trust much that comes from this account. But this also wouldn't surprise me. Yesterday or 2 days ago was brutal. That what we now think of as a $19 billion liquidation could be as high as 400 bill. CoinGlass is saying Binance API throttling only reflect 5% of liquidations. So he's taken that and just running it up. If true, 20% or 20x larger than 19 bill. Yeah, and this is an AI reply, so I'm not listening to anything that says. But I don't think 400 bill, but it might be significantly higher than 19. It might be. Oh, dude. Okay, hang on. Chad, this is cool. Okay, Garrett's the guy that made the market crash and made all the... Really? Garrett Jin. Is he on X? Dude, good shout here. Is that... Good shout. Garrett Jin, the hyperliquid hyperunit whale, changed his privacy setting right after this post. Interesting. An investigation into the alleged identity of the mysterious hyperliquid whale who holds over 100,000 Bitcoin is the same person behind the $735 million short placed. Wow. Dude, Chad, thank you for this. Awesome. BB, not interested in it, but don't know anything about it really. Not enough. So I don't know, but I feel like you or some others have shouted that out a lot in the chat, or over time. It's probably worth looking at. Dude, what a wild thing. Who it probably should know this guy. I don't. How oh, is this him? Is he like active on X? Like, is he like a big figure here, or is he just a guy people know about and just track? Genius had one position on Polymarket's been buying for the last week. Yes shares on will Trump pardon CZ in 2025. Ooh, now that's spicy too. Let me peek at that market. By the way, if anybody doesn't know polymarket.us, you can get on the wait list for the US app. It'll be sports betting. Let's see this market. Let's see what that's at. By October 31st, 16%. By December 31st, 22%. Now that might be an interesting bet. That might be a really interesting bet. I might, hey, just for fun, I might take that bet here. Yeah, that's pretty. I mean, you guys know crime. There's so much crime here. It's so fun. This stuff should be looked into. That could have just been a legit trade off of that news out of China, though. Could be. I'm going to dig more into that story here. I'll probably do that later. Probably cover it in the newsletter. Wild. $200 million win. Crazy. I've been looking for, if any of you guys know where I can find it, this chart, I've been looking for a site that just, it tracks volume. I just want to watch volume up, down. I just think it's interesting. But trading is I mean, kind of screeching halt here. This is yesterday. Volume on Bitcoin down 67%. Oh, I was about to do the meme. I'm not. Hey, we're doing the meme in the cheerleader today. ETH 61%, Sol. I mean, yeah, you know, everybody's sitting on their hands right now. Some people are going and making very smart trades. I think there's a lot of smart trades out there, especially yesterday they were out there. Right now, I don't know. Right now, I'm not so sure. But yeah, volume way down. Way down. Not surprised. But also interesting is somebody also dumped a whole bunch of WLFI right before the conference too. Just, maybe not the minute before like we saw with the other short on Hyperliquid, but yeah, somebody dumped and dropped that token 30% before the crash. So somebody knew there as well. It's crazy, dude. It's pretty shady out there. It is. And then there's crime going on over on Cerebro. What's up, Gravity? Good morning, man. The WLFI one? Okay. Oh yeah, actually. I think that chart probably even shows that. Yeah. So dump, and then I can't tell exactly what the intervals are here. This might be, I don't think that's minute. Oh, 1 hour. So 1 hour. So it looks like like 3 or 4 hours before. Maybe. Maybe it's 20. But yeah. Yeah, someone knew. Someone knew. As we should expect. Yeah, Cerebro went parabolic yesterday, dude. ApeCoin. Oh, dude, what's happening with ApeCoin? Tell me, I'm curious. Because ApeCoin is just kind of all over the place now in an interesting way, right? Trading on Solana. I think you now leverage traded over on Hyperliquid, I think. Linea, I'm actually, for what it's worth, pretty bullish on Linea. Like pretty bullish on it, especially with that Swift thing coming and the MetaMask stuff. I think Linea is about to have its time in the spotlight, big time. If that Swift product is built out on Linea, it's its own chain, I believe, but what's its core, like what's its, what's it attached to? It sounds it might be Linea as opposed to ETH. So yeah, actually bullish on Linea. 30 million in Linea rewards coming for this whatever MetaMask farming that's coming up. Confusion. Good morning, man. Yeah, I do want to check. I want to check ApeCoin. I have a feeling it's not looking great. Man, I think I'm going to go with the smaller keyboard. I think I am. There's something about that little keyboard I love. Wow. Wait. Okay, that's the soul pair. Here, let me go to. Dude, is that? I didn't realize ApeCoin was this low, man. I mean, I mean, ApeCoin's basically all-time low now, isn't it? Wow, dude. I'm so confused with the whole ape ecosystem. I think they're just failing, and I don't want them to fail. I don't. But man, what happened to a year ago? Maybe it's earlier this year, but we aim to delight. These are like quotes. We aim to delight. After Top Trader or whatever it was came out, we aim to delight. We're going to keep rolling out products really quickly. We're going to keep rolling out products, and what works, we're going to keep pushing. What doesn't work, we're going to move on, go to the next thing, keep building. They haven't done anything. Top Trader, they've pushed a little on the other side. They pushed a little there. They haven't done anything. Well, so Dead, can you explain what? Because they're not doing what they said they do. I haven't seen other products. As far as I can tell, they haven't done anything they said they're going to do. And they didn't give official announcements like we're going to launch this product, but they said they're going to keep launching products. They even said every few months they're going to launch a product. They did say that. They haven't launched anything. And I don't have any faith in other side metaverse. I hope that's true, though. I hope I just am not seeing what they're doing. I hope they're like, I hope that if you're like plugged in that ecosystem, and you know what I mean? You know, those projects where you just know, well, like for me in GVC, what I believe they're going to be building out. I hope in the ApeCoin and Bored Ape ecosystem, Yuga ecosystem, that the community knows. They're like, oh shit, well, they got this coming, and then they're doing this, and then they're doing this. And then you just got tons of belief that when it's this low, you're buying, because then it's a huge opportunity. But ahead of the game, I don't see it, because I don't see them doing anything. And maybe it's just that I'm unplugged. Ape Fest soon. Yeah, Ape Fest October. Isn't it usually October? So within a couple of weeks here. Hopefully hope we get a big announcement. What, a year ago? Was it a year ago that we got Ape Chain? Other side's amazing. Plus avatars. Apes Predict is interesting. What's Ape Church? Okay, I'll say Ape Chain. Yeah, Ape Chain. I just don't know. Apes predict. I'm not. Prediction markets are getting really, really, really tricky. Really tricky. So we also talked about this in Confusion Spaces yesterday too. Oh, thank you. Is that ape related, Dead, the thing you sent me? I'm not going to assume that Ape Predict is going to work when they're up against Myriad and Limitless and Kalshi and Polymarket and Predict Base, and like there's great prediction mark. I would not make a bet on. Okay, I'll be joining that. I wouldn't be betting on Apes Predict. I don't know what Ape Church is, so no comment there. Token gated Telegram, to me, nothing burger. Ape Fest, as cool as it is, kind of nothing burger. Yeah, see, Dead, that stuff doesn't move the needle for me yet, because if they had now a history of launching like awesome shit, all that would move the needle. I'd be super hyped. But so far, everything they've done to me has been meh. Like everything. And I guess all I can point back to is Top Trader. Like, eh. Yeah, dude, I think these aren't needle movers. So we were talking about it in Confusion Spaces. I was talking about it, and then another guy joined later. I think it was Abe, and he talked about actually the same thing, just in his own words. I'm like, dude, these prediction markets, there was talk about like liquidity. There's not enough liquidity in these markets, but Kalshi's fixed that with one pool for all the markets. That was pretty interesting. But the other thing was Abe was talking about, again, I was saying it before, the opportunity in prediction markets is in data providers, because you have all these markets that they need data to settle. It doesn't have to be on chain, but it's better on chain, because then it's transparent and it's accurate and everybody knows there's no questioning the data. And so I'm going to shill. I'm going to self shill. Exactly what we want our data to be fueling here, which is all of our data. It's everything on chain. It's not just, NFT data, Crypto Slam NFT data. It's everything on chain. And get some prediction markets to use that to settle some of their bets, their on-chain bets. Now let's get some off-chain data and put it on-chain too. But prediction markets, I think, are going to get very tied into on-chain data companies and use that as part of their market settlement process. I think it's interesting, man. Easy's been saying to be looking out for these kind of plays. Other people have been saying it too. I do think it's the next biggest. It's not even the next biggest. I think it is the biggest opportunity right now. I've been saying it's prediction market token, like their platform tokens, but it's not. It's the level deeper. It's the data and the infrastructure. That to me is where you get some really interesting plays. I need to Dead. Maybe we can hop on a VC sometime and you can not sell me on it, but catch me up, because I don't see it, dude. Like I hear the things, but I don't see it. Cats, big time, dude. I would like Ape to win too, by the way, for anybody who's in it, for sure. Like I always say, I root for absolutely everybody, so I hope it wins. Guy on YouTube, XQuant from Wall Street, he said prediction markets will have some of the biggest wins if you can follow Insider. Yes, dude, yes. We saw it with the Nobel Peace Prize. We see it probably on a daily basis. Insider info, insider trading is ridiculous. If it's ridiculous in the crypto market, it's ridiculous on prediction markets, and it's only going to get crazier as more money comes. Meme coins fairly cooked with prediction markets. Yes and no. I still think meme coins are just a symptom of excess. So when people make a fuck ton of money, will they gamble on memes? For sure. And I still think memes will have not seen their top again, right? I think it's just because crypto is going to grow so much. I think meme coin market cap, we'll see more all-time highs there, and I just think we always will, but only when you get into the euphoric parts of the market. Infrastructure plays key. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Yep. There's so many levels to it too, like a Billy Betts that aggregates it. That's a play. Again, us and Slam AI and as a data provider to prediction markets, that kind of play. There's multiple types of infrastructure plays in prediction markets, but they're going to be really hot, and I think people get there's going to be some stupid money to make over there. Yeah. So Cerebro, you know what? I did want to pull up that chart. Crime over in Cerebro. I don't even know what happened exactly. I think it was like a coordinated like Binance pump or something like that is what people were saying, but I don't know. Wait, is that it? What a disgusting thing. Just go back 3 months. Look at this disgusting fucking token. Here's October 10th, 18 mil market cap. Market crashes, this thing nukes to 8 mil and then gets crimed up to almost 60 mil. I don't know what the fuck happened there. 2 new wallets that were funded from Binance. Long 1.25 mil as a rebro. Up 3.5 mil in 24 hours. Yeah, it's just crime. This is it bad? I don't know what it is. Normal for crypto. I don't know if it's bad for crypto though. I just don't know. Hey, I wish it were me. That's all. There we go. I wish it were me. Mando, 40 bill was liquidated in a single day in perps. Stake, it's the biggest crypto casino. They make 4 bill a year. Just for some perspective on how much money, context for how much money and like kind of work, effort, whatever was wiped out. So that was essentially like 10 years worth of stake activity. That's wild. The 10 bill liquidation figure floating around is fake. The real number's higher, somewhere, 30 to 40 bill. Yeah, wow. Huge. What an absolutely insane couple of days here. So then we had FUD around the backpack exchange, and I think it's a post. Well, yeah, I think you're right. Confusion. I think you're right. So there's a Discord post about their exchange. TLDR here. I guess people were depositing funds over in Backpack to go. Here's the setup: traders liquidated, fully liquidated, right? They want to fund their account again so they can get back to trading and buy some of those sweet dips, right? They go send money over. Money doesn't show up. Money gone. So a post in Discord saying if you were liquidated and you deposited money, well, your money had to go to pay people who won their bets. Like you lost, you're funding the winners. Your money is taken, your deposit's taken to go pay the winners. People are like, the fuck? Yes, confusion. That it's a great point. It's almost like when we've been looking at like, here we go. If you're 10x leverage, then 20 bill is 2 bill. It's almost like when I've been looking at prediction market data, I'm looking at like the notional volume, right? It's like the size of the trade, not the amount bet, but the amount, the position is worth. And so it's not really that number, that much money that's bet on those markets. And it's not really that 20 bill was wiped out. It's just that was the size of the position. If I'm saying it right, I hope that makes sense. I'll pull up the UD tweet. Backpack teaching degens about negative equity. So here's what really happened though. Now the scenario did happen, but it's kind of broken. But people saw it and ran with it, right? Because if that's how it really works, that you deposit money and you're out, well, they're not going to have any people using the platform. What happened is the platform was kind of broken. Okay, trader gets liquidated as funds are settling behind the scenes during that process, however long that window is. So things are settling. If you deposit money, it takes that money and it settles with that only because it would settle it with your existing funds on the platform. But because you sent it in some kind of like, the way the platform works is it takes it maybe from there first, from your free funds that that are sitting there. So basically, it shouldn't have worked that way. It should have taken it from your liquidated position, right? From your collateral. It was a mistake. It's basically a mistake. So they told those guys reach out, right? It shouldn't have happened that way. And it was only like 40 grand, and a handful of traders, maybe a few dozen. But yeah, is this the founder? Yeah, founder CEO of Backpack Mad Labs, explaining how it worked, right? Just saying it's more of a timing issue. I don't remember if he said working as designed or if it's just something they need to fix up. But basically, it only took from there. It should have taken from your existing collateral. But as it was settling, if you put money in it, grabbed that. So it's not as bad as it seemed. Doesn't seem. And they seem like good guys, by the way. I've always thought these guys seem like good builders, good people. So yeah, if you see the Backpack Exchange FUD out there, it might not be totally accurate. So just at least worth pointing that out. But it is a spicy story. It is. Look, I mean, a sad couple days here for sure. I think we talked about this yesterday a bit, but this dude took his life, right? This guy oofed himself. Probably because he was in big trouble. I'm just going to assume that. Although, think about it, like I mentioned, I got my one little baby position liquidated. I know a lot of people who had positions liquidated, ranging from very little like mine to some people many, many thousands. And I think we probably all know somebody who lost 7 figures plus. I bet we all do, even if you don't know that it happened. You know people that have that much money, and I bet you some of them maybe lost it all. A lot of people sound like they lost it all. This guy maybe did too. Now, this guy ran a fund that oversaw, I think, like $65 million. Like, not the biggest. It's not nothing. And he potentially lost everybody's money, potentially. So, like, I can't imagine that kind of stress, right? This guy apparently like a big Ukrainian influencer. I don't remember ever hearing of him. But imagine not just losing all your money and you being reset to zero. Imagine you being reset to zero and everybody who trusted you to make money for them also reset to zero. And probably some powerful people too. And so we saw that story. We've seen that story before. It's a sad one. It's a sad story. And we will see more of that. I have a feeling when all is said and done from this event here, we might see another one of those stories, maybe a few more of those stories. It's sad. There's some dark posts out there, man. You know, like scrolling crypto Twitter, I saw at least 2 posts. Some that were like kind of dark-ish, but a couple where people were saying goodbye, right? There was a couple posts of people saying, that's it. I everything I've done for the past 5 years, 10 years, I just got wiped out. I'm at zero. And you hear that story a lot. People who are reset after years of building, totally reset. Means you're not playing this smart. If you're all in on leverage trades, not smart. But again, at least 2 posts were literally a post saying goodbye and it's over and shit, like super depressing stuff, man. And of course you don't know what is like engagement farming and what's real, but I imagine some of that's pretty real. I imagine a lot of it's pretty real, man. I think people got decimated here. Crazy. Here's Cozy saying, friend close to $30 million net worth, a decade in crypto, lost all of it. All of it in cross margin. Everybody told me stay away from cross margin. Lost the whole $30 million portfolio. 10 years of work. And think again to how much time we spend here, guys. And we've been doing this together for 4 years, 5 years. We've been doing this for years. Imagine if you've been doing it that long, as much as I know you guys are plugged in, and you work your ass off and you grow your portfolio to not tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands, not even just the 1 or 2 mil. You grow your bags to $30 million and you work so hard for it, man. Right? It's not luck. It's you work hard. It's you show up every day. Again, like everybody here does, you show up. These guys show up, but they work different and they work harder, smarter. We'll say smarter. Yeah, CJ. Yep, I'm going to pull that up next. Yeah. And gone. In 10 minutes, it happens in an instant. Gone. All your work gone. And then you can understand how people get to that place where that other guy got. Some people absolutely fucking destroyed on Friday. It's awful. And yes, Bonk guy, similar story. I've got a little conspiracy theory about him. Yeah, so this guy, maybe this is who the previous one was talking about, but this guy lost 30 mil. Well, I don't know if he lost 30 mil, but he's saying all his perps got wiped out. All his leverage positions got wiped out. All of it. How does that happen, man? I would like to think if I were ever in that position, I would never be all in and all in on leverage, which wasn't he wasn't all in, but having that big of a bag, unless this guy's got, $1 billion, then whatever. But this guy was at 30 mil plus at peak. He was leveraged on Bonk, Fartcoin, Popcat, Peanut, Cat, Apex. Man, I don't know. I don't know how leveraged he was on those, but that's a risky game. 30 million in leverage positions on meme coins. It's kind of crazy. I think kind of crazy, but hey, people gamble. Lost maybe 80% of his Astra position. Use that as collateral. Took out the remaining 1 mil, fully liquidated it, rotated it into Bonk. So he's still supporting Bonk. Okay, here's my thing. My conspiracy theory. So I know a lot of Bonk meme coins, like from that ecosystem, have been hoping for this guy to buy the coin. And I've also seen on the other side people saying this guy's not a great guy, and this guy's just looking I don't know what. He's kind of playing the space. And I don't know what's true. I don't know. I'm just telling you what I read. But if I hear that stuff and I see this, a part of me wonders if this really happened. I'm sure it did, by the way. I'm sure it did. But part of me wonders if putting it out there as a way to not continue supporting the Bonk ecosystem. Say, I don't have it anymore. I wonder. Or there's some Bonk tokens that are hoping this guy's buying up the token and going to support it. And maybe now he doesn't. If maybe he doesn't have money. I think he's got money still, by the way. I think this guy's like a big whale. I mean, if you got 30 mil to lose, I would hope you've got 100 mil sitting somewhere else. I just don't know. Maybe he says it somewhere here. Oof. Dude, imagine looking at your inbox and seeing this. Imagine. Dude, that's the flip side of when we used to see the offers, the OpenSea offers on our NFT bags, the complete flip side of that. That's brutal. Oh my God, can you even imagine? Good take, Gravity. It's a hard game. I knew it, guys. I think everybody knew. But when we went briefly to the perp dex meta, I knew this space was going to get decimated. I didn't think it was going to happen this soon. That was a fear of mine as almost a black swan event. What I thought would happen is it would go longer. So like I started touching perps, and I assumed as I'm doing it and talking, maybe people here start getting in as well, and that just is happening everywhere. Everybody now all of a sudden is playing perps, and everybody's growing their big old bags, and we're like getting so excited and happy. And I imagine this would have gone on longer and we got deeper. And then I expected something just like this to happen. A big thing that wipes out everybody. And I mean by at that point, it would have been a lot more people and a lot more money lost. I full on believe this would happen. The way I believe anything I believe, right? I believe this thing was going to happen. I just thought it would be later, and I thought it would hurt even worse. And this hurt. But I thought this would have absolutely destroyed the space. And so it happened. I'm glad it happened now instead of 6 or 8 weeks out, right? Instead of us pushing Bitcoin to 130 all-time high, 140, whatever, and memes coming back, just like the euphoria coming back. and we're deep in perps, we're deep in leverage trading, and then it happens, that might be a game over scenario then. Imagine if it happened, guys, after OpenSea airdrop and Mask airdrop and after all the big token airdrops, and we're as euphoric as you can get, making money everywhere, being given handouts everywhere, and because of that, chucking it all into these leverage positions, right? And then this happens, that might have been game over. Absolutely game over, right? I'm really glad that didn't happen. Still might, by the way. It still might. Because I don't think we really learn lessons. I think people are going to be right back to. I heard people with the complete opposite take saying maybe people are going to step away from leverage trading now. Maybe this spooked them enough. I hope so. Actually, I don't care. But I just think human nature. I think people are going to rush right back to this again, especially after those airdrops, especially after people make their money, get, got some funds to play with and think it's still coming. Man, go hard on leverage trading and then boom, all wiped out. That would have been awful. If we got to the point where we didn't have any airdrops to look forward to and you just got set back to zero, cycle over, but also not really, because most of what's happening in this space is not coming from this. And you know that because Bitcoin's still at 112. This happened and Bitcoin's still at 112, but it would have destroyed the trenches in a really meaningful way, like as in trenches might be over for this cycle if this happened then. So this might be a blessing in disguise in a way that it happens so soon. So hopefully people learn and tweak their game plan or stay away from leverage trading. Learn that lesson that, okay, it can be gone in a blink of an eye. And for me, it was a $30 lesson or a $50 lesson. But for other people, it's a $30 million lesson, right? I hope people learn the lesson. Either don't touch it or put like a much smaller percent of their bags over there. I hope that lesson's learned. Short term, it will be. When things get good again, greed. The main thing I bet on, my ridiculous predictions for everything, it's based on greed. I don't think anybody's going to learn that lesson when things get good again. I don't. Greed takes over. When you get close, if you're like up $100,000, a few $100,000, and you're like, this is it. This is the time we go all in. This is the time to make life-changing money. This is my time to maybe make millions. And now I can be one of those guys, right? People are going to do the same thing, all in, dangerous plays. I believe it'll happen again. Greed. Here's a dude that lost $135,000 on PUMPFUN. Only 2x leverage. Liquidation price was 0.0005. And hey, a few weeks back when I made my first trade, we did it live on here. And I was told, and it was the right thing, right? This wasn't inaccurate, but I was told 2-3x leverage, you're not going to get liquidated. And that's usually true. It's true. Like liquidation price is so low, it's below. It would basically be deep into an all-time low for a token. If you're, at least what I was in, but a 2-3x leverage, there's essentially, you can't get liquidated. Oh, except you can. Lessons learned here. Now I'm learning you can. It takes an extreme event, like a black swan kind of event, like an all-time historic market crash, but it can happen. And I just think these historic market crashes, well, I said it earlier, we will see another historic market crash that beats this one. We might even, given what's happening here and more people and more products and more whatever, we might see it happening more frequently too. Somebody did put out a good question out there, and I would love to know the answer. If we lost this much money, whether it was 20 billion or 40 billion or it was 2 billion, whatever that real number is, who made that money? Well, we know the guy who made 200 mil, but who else made that money? It's a lot of money. Who made that money here? But yeah, crazy to be on 2x leverage and get wiped out, dude, to zero. That's brutal. That's brutal, dude. Yeah, Jesus Christ. Thread guy hate out there. I don't get it. I like Thread guy a lot. And people still talk about him like he's part of, LA Vape Cabal. He is, but that he's like one of the bad guys. And I don't see it, man. I like Rasmer. I like Thread guy. I'm not a fan of Frank, but whatever. Like I'm with the Frank thing, I've just bought into the bad side of it, that he's like I don't know, insider trader and like dumps on his followers' heads. I'm not so sure about dumping on his followers' heads. Could be, right? That would be on chain. We would know. I don't know. But I think Thread Guy's a good guy, and I think Rasmer's a good guy. I watch enough of them that I can, like, I think, get a good feel for it. I still wonder how NFTs do anything now. If people got, yeah, that's it. If you're wiped, that's why the trenches will come to a screeching halt. But NFTs, yeah. Where are people going to grow their bags back from? These guys who are whales, if they got reset to zero, where's the money coming from to prop up memes again and prop up NFTs again? This might have a pretty good impact on the space. Then again, if it's only $2 billion, it's a lot of money, but also in the grand scheme of things, not. I'm with you, English. I'm with you. I think good guy, and I think Thread Guy is really fucking smart, and I don't think he comes across that way to people. There we go. I'm with you. I think just character-wise, he's a good guy. I think his intentions, he's a good guy. And this is the thing he doesn't get enough credit for. Thread Guy's really smart. He really gets this stuff. He really does. If you listen to his streams, he really gets it. I think he's smart. I think he's got his finger on the pulse. I think people say he's not a good trader. I think he's a decent trader. Yeah, I think he's great. Like, great. And also, I'll say it again. I think the same of Rasmer. In Rasmer's persona, like when he streams, is that he's an idiot, right? Like that's his shtick. But like if you watch Rasmer's streams, he's smart. He's not stupid at all. He's a smart guy. I don't know if he's got his finger on the pulse in the way that Thread Guy does, but he's a smart guy. He gets it. And make no mistake, when you see those videos of him being like a fucking dummy, it's a shtick. That's the funny part. Yeah. Now, yeah, we'll show that in a second. Who cares if he's a good trader or not? He has 7 figures, and we'll get sponsorship deals. Yeah, he's got great ones, dude. Yeah, I'll show that. So what happened is Thread Guy dumped all his pump token. That's where all his FUD is coming from here. Thread Guy sold all of his pump token, all of it. All of it. Coming just days away from saying that pump's a good buy. This is tricky. When you do streams like I have a little, you know what? I get how that can work. I talk about a token on any given day. I might sell it a week later or a few days later, right? Like, everybody, you can tell people about a thing, and then ultimately it's still your trade, and you need to be smart and time your trade. The thing with Thread Guys selling pump is it's actually fine to change your opinion. Yes, dude, absolutely. Yeah, you can't hold people to what they said a few days ago. You can't. This market moves way too fast. You can be incredibly bullish on a token, and a few days later, the market changes. Something in the token changes. Something in your life changes. You are not locked into the things you say on the stream because it wasn't like you said it because you believed it. And for Thread Guy shared why he believed it. Right? Fully out of pump. He sold $250,000 with it, worth of it. He panic sold it. He sold it during the dump. But see, this is why there's some FUD. Because as recently as a week ago, he's still talking about pump and on stream saying he likes pump where it's at, and he's like a buyer of pump. I'm making up that he said he's a buyer. I think he did. But he's talking about he's really, really bullish on pump, really bullish on pump. And so, of course, then people take out of that, okay, he's talking bullish on pump. He's talking to his big old audience about it. And then he dumped it. And so people want the shitty narrative. People want to say, oh, dude, he just fucking scammed his audience. He just dumped on his audience's head. He told them to go buy it, and then he dumped it. People are being stupid. And I don't know if people believe that or if they're just going along with it just because it's, it's like TMZ. You know what I mean? It's just like it's a spicy story. So people just pile on because that's all people do is pile on. But What he did was not that. He was not manipulating. Now, Frank, this is where I'll say I don't know. It's why I still say I'm not. I don't think I'm a big fan of Frank. Frank might do stuff like that. Might. I don't think he does, but I think he might. I guess I just don't know with Frank. If I heard that he really does that, it wouldn't surprise me. Because there are guys out there who do exactly that. Talk about a token, giga bullish, I'm buying here. This is the best. You should buy it too. And then they dump. They might dump right then. They might dump the next day, but they do it with the plan to dump. That's shitty. And that's what people are trying to infer that Thread Guy did. And it's not what he did. It's not what he did. This is a good guy here. He showed where he buys. I assume he has alt wallets, but also I think he's such a good guy that maybe he even doesn't. Like, I think he's a really good dude. Bought down here, sold up here, and then panic sold as this thing was dumping. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. It's a bummer he had to. I've done that. I've sold in these massive sell-offs. I've done it because it's like we were talking about yesterday. Sometimes you got to lock in what you got right now because you think it's going further. Or even if you think it's not going to fall further, you're like, well, I don't think it's going to come back in the next week or two, and I need that money in the next week or two. And you might hate that you have to sell, but you might have to sell. And so he did. He's got taxes due. He had to sell. I guarantee he didn't want to. I guarantee he didn't want to. But yeah, it's a bummer a guy like that who I think is a stand-up, good dude, high character, smart dude, puts in the work, that people want to use that to some kind of advantage to go, what, engagement farm, to go like punch down. I hate that term just because, but I don't like things that are overused. I don't know. That's whatever. I don't like people like piling on just because it's the trendy thing to do. And people are doing that right now. So if Thread Guy is now blocking people because it's like affecting him, he should. He should, because I think people are piling on and calling him a shithead and he's a fucking idiot and that he's a scammer. Fuck those people, man. I don't know who Julie is, right? But if you're calling him out for selling pump, fuck you, man. You know, like, he's a real dude with real life expenses and real whatever, and he works his ass off. Come on, I hope that's clear to everybody. This is not a guy who's like, look, he might appear casual. The work he's doing is not casual work. The dude's working. And I know this behind the scenes. The guy's working. And you see with what he puts out in public, he's working. But behind the scenes, when you see the work on stream, when you see him on stream showing up, just know that, I'll say this. If you're streaming for an hour and doing interviews, that 1 hour is probably 4 hours of work. So altogether, that's like 5 hours there. And I'm sure he's doing a lot more behind the scenes than just that 4 or 5 hours of work. I think he's doing a lot more. Or if he's so great that his 4 or 5 hours of work a day is all he has to do to make his money, good on him. But just like, don't doubt that it's a lot of work that goes into what he does. So I'm glad he's blocking people. If people are shitting on him for selling, fuck him, right? That's it. People hate on successful people. That's it. It's when you see people doing that, they're screaming about their own situation. And you see this all over. You see it when people shit on an NFT project, and if they don't execute something perfectly, people call them the bad guys, and they're scammers, and they're grifters, and they're ruggers, and right, you see it everywhere. Like, crypto Twitter is brutal, and it's because people are pussies, and nobody would say this shit in real life to anybody's face. But this is not real life, what we see on crypto Twitter. It gives you an excuse to be like the worst version of yourself. I mean, people are even wrong in here, calling him out saying he has an NFT, right? They're pointing to the Jack Butcher mint. They're saying, yeah, he even bought his NFT. Yeah, he put out an NFT collection. He didn't. Jack Butcher minted an NFT in support of Thread Guy and donated all the money to Thread Guy. Thread Guy didn't put out an NFT. So, like, just scummy shit. Who even is this person? Now, okay, I do think Banks is more scammy, scummy. I do think he's that bad guy. I could be wrong. I'm not sitting here with receipts, but I do think he's that bad guy. I could also see where that's taken out of context and whatever, and he maybe isn't, maybe has good intentions, but I don't buy that with him. I again, getting good vibes. I get vibes about people. I don't get good vibes from him. I don't really get good vibes from Frank. Thread guy, I get immaculate vibes from. I think he's a great fucking guy. I hated too when he got piled on for like the Libra stuff and he took a break for a while because it like, you know, because it got to him. It sucks. Lame. This makes me want to block all these people. Soft because you're calling him like, I don't know what she called him, but soft if you're implying that he's a scammer or manipulated his audience is shitty. I see people doing this too, though, saying Thread Guy's part of whatever's going on with Cerebro. Don't know. Hey, if there's receipts, then I'm with you. If there was something shitty here, it looks shitty. Something here looks super sus. If there's something there that you've tied Thread Guy to it, let's see it. Otherwise, you're a piece of shit for putting stuff out here and not realizing that's a real person. We should be thinking this more, you know, like just with all these situations, but it's a real person. This stuff does fucking affect you. And the more public you are, the more people will do this. I've had little tastes of it, barely any, but I've had like probably 3 examples of people like poking at things I've said or done. So imagine a Thread Guy where that happens 1,000, 10,000 times more. I can't imagine it. I can't. Hey, GM, man. Yeah, people are shitty, man, and Thread Guy is not shitty. He's pretty great. So anyway, I hope it was a good trade for him. I think it was. Dude, I want to peek at Pudgy Penguins. I think we're about to get a bunch. Whoops. I think we're about to get a bunch of Pudgy Penguins liquidated. Like a bunch. We can see these at 0.6. Yeah, they're not far off from being in the 6 ETH kind of range. Look at good vibes, 0.82 floor. These are gonna be over an ETH. I don't care what the market is. They're gonna be pretty damn good. Pudgy Penguins getting liquidated here. This is all coming from Blend. No, dude, Thread Guy's awesome. He asks good questions. Thread Guy asked really good questions. He what I like about him, Confusion, I think it's so important. He just speaks to a different generation, and I think he gets some more young normies in, and he's teaching them good stuff. He's putting them onto like really great products, and he can speak like he can speak to like our level. He can explain things. Maybe he's not like a dev level technical guy. He's not, but he can speak on how a platform works and why it works and how it matters. And he's really great at that. It's like a skill that comes across really subtly, but it's there. He's really, really skilled. And I could use somebody that's a Thread Guy, but more like mature and you know what I mean? Like we do need that. But him and what he does, it's good. Ask loaded questions for controversy. That's probably true. Pudgy might be a buy here. I got to see when those Blend loans come due. But basically what you have is what? People took out loans on their Pudgy Penguins to go, you know, play on these perp dexes and all got wiped out. And now they're not paying back their loans. I think there's a couple hundred Pudgies that are about to get dumped. Maybe that already happened. That might have happened. Here, I think Raheem put up a tweet yesterday about it. Let's see if we can find that. There we go. About 160 Pudgies will be liquidated unless someone provides liquidity in the next 24 hours. Yeah. Yeah, I'm here too. I'm here. I think Pudgy season is coming, and that's abstract as well. But I feel like we're gonna get some big old Pudgy Penguin announcements and abstract announcements, and it's gonna be Pudgy season. It's gonna be Pudgy season big time. I think Pudgies might be a really, really interesting buy at 6 ETH, 7 ETH. Yeah, probably some good plays there. Probably some real good plays there. All right, let's go peek at some strategy tokens. Here's a nice random one for you though. Steak and Shake. Oh, dude, I don't know. I was thinking Chick-fil-A earlier, but Steak and Shake. They put up a poll. It's kind of cool. Put up a poll. Should we start accepting ETH? So, right, they already accept Bitcoin. Pretty cool. Will they accept ETH? Let's go. Let's go. Yes. Yes is winning. However, they're not going to. However, the poll resolves, they're actually not going to do. Suspended the poll. Our allegiance is with Bitcoiners. You've spoken. Who even allowed this? I'm back at my desk. I like it, dude. Steak Toshi. I don't know why anybody would have made a big deal about that, but I guess you're saying like you're minimizing Bitcoin as like a, as a currency if you take ETH too. Whatever. Come on. They should have kept this open. This is kind of silly. I think they should have stuck with it. Also, whatever. Yeah, I don't know why I don't know why they wouldn't just start accepting everything. Look, you're gonna have these credit cards you already do, or debit cards, or whatever, that just going to spend from your crypto balances. Why just take them all, man. Just take them all. But Vitalik had replied to this or reposted it. Good decision, respect it. Not every business should be trying to appeal to as many customers as possible in the name of not being maximalist. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. Fucking take the ETH, dude. Take the ETH, man. All right, strategy tokens, and we got to get to Spencer's comments here. So how are we looking, man? I'm only following one really closely right now. And quickly, I want to peek over at ordinal floors. And node amongst 0.06, 0.036. Puppet's 0.02. That's crazy. 0.022 for a puppet. That's pretty spicy. Ooh, cents are spicy too. Yeah, I mean, I like it. Okay. Strategy. How we looking? Very curious about Punkster. 103 mil. Dude, I want to see Punkster at like 70 would be awesome. Vibester at 12.8 mil, hit 14 mil, hit all-time highs a couple times yesterday. Look at that. 14.5 it hit. Look at that. So yeah, I sold this morning. I sold it, I don't know, 13 something. I mean, just have to. I'm up 7x, so I got to do it. And I'm just going to let the ETH sit there because I either want to buy back in or maybe I rotate to Punkster. But yeah, I didn't love it, but we're going to pull that up. I don't think I love the post. I do need to read it again. Read it just once, read a lot of the responses. Yeah, this is at an interesting spot right here. I don't know that it dips much below this. I just think there might be guys looking to take profits as things are just so unsettled out there. Like, you see this where people are just kind of one clipping. I am expecting to see that, I think, a few more times. Guys are up so big in this token. Like, why wouldn't you be taking some profits here? If this falls back to maybe even 10 mil, 9 mil, whatever, I'm back in. Yeah. I sold all of it. Yep. I feel like we're gonna get that dip. And if we don't, my targets are still there, right? At basically 15 mil, which we, pretty much hit, but, I still think 20, 30, 40, 50s incoming and, potentially within just a couple weeks. So I'll be back in. And if I get back in and I'm getting less tokens for it, so be it. But I just felt like today it makes sense to me that some guys are going to take some profits as we're up, like just so fucking high. I just think we'll see. And this requires that I'm sitting here watching the chart, which I will be. Right. What I'm betting on is not that we get a dip that we live in. But what I'm betting on is we see this. Right. I'm betting on that we get this. a couple times today, maybe even just once, but I want to try to catch one of those. Hard to do. I'm going to be watching. And I'm accounting for that 10% tax. So I need this to hit, I think right at 12 mil is where I'm, basically even. So if we fall to here and I buy back in, I'm even. I didn't lose anything. It's accounting for the tax too. So if I'm back in at 12 mil, buy back in even. I like DMT. I do. The NATO, I do. I'm not in it. I don't keep up with it, but I like it because I like the fun techie stuff. I like that. Yeah. But just expecting some profit taking. Here's the thing. I don't know when those guys are going to deploy more capital to the team. And I expect they're going to do it. So it might have been a bad idea. It might have been. But if I made a bad guess or bet, I'm happy having some ETH to work with. I'd be happy rotating into Punkster. But I do plan to get back in. I really believe in it. And those targets still up to 50 mil. And when things get really crazy, man, like really crazy, I still think 100 is possible with this one. Thread acts naive when he knows inside he's sinning. Jazz, why do you believe that, though? I'm curious. Because I could see people doing that, but I'm curious, what has Thread Guy done to make you believe that? Like, what are his sins? Like, is he manipulating people? I think that's the question. I don't feel like he is. And if he is, then that could be me reading somebody wrong, and that would suck, but I don't see it from him. And nothing surprises me in this space ever. So yeah, Vibester looking fucking phenomenal, dude. The flip side of that is some of these other ones not so great. Toadster's up a little bit. Gobster, Painster, I still like Painster. Burbster 2.2. Yeah, there's a little spicy thing going on here though with the Moonbirds ecosystem. Let's get into that a little bit. So Spencer, who owns Moonbirds now, cool guy, by the way, like smart guy, put out a tweet about these strategy tokens. Long form thoughts on token works. The strategy tokens, cool experiment. And Rhinotic struck gold with narrative and implementations. Refreshing to see something new. Okay, now here's where we get into the thoughts. I don't think he's totally accurate. Yeah, confusion. We'll go there next. Yeah. Got you, Jess. Okay, so we're similar. We're just trying to read him, and we're taking like opposite sides. Like I'm reading him, and I'm like, I think he's genuine with some fuck ups along the way too. But and yeah, I think he'll learn a lot more too. He'll just get better. Yeah, so I think we're reading a similar thing, and I'm leaning towards like good intentions, good guy, and it could be the other way. These tokens buy NFTs and list them 20% higher, but also 20% of the fees don't go towards buying the NFTs. It's interesting because if they just took 100% of the trading fee to buy and burn the token without the NFT being a part of the equation, it would have the same net impact. Maybe. The key is to understanding the strategy. To understanding the strategy tokens is to understand the entire loop of the NFT. The entire loop of the NFT is just to offset the 2% fees taken out by the flywheel. The real point of having the NFT at all in the equation is marketing to the communities behind them. I don't know. Maybe I'll come back to that point. Part of it's a way to support your community and add liquidity on the NFT side. That's part of it. There's a bigger incentive for NFT project founders to shill the strategy tokens than their own NFT because there's a meaningful royalty we get. We made more money off royalties from Burb strategy than we have from our NFT since we acquired Moonbirds. Doesn't apply to GVC. And a lot of this is targeting GFC. So he's going to be wrong here. He's talking broadly, right? But GVC is the one he's kind of picking on the most here. And they have 5% royalties on the NFTs. So for them specifically, it makes a ton of sense. GVC, I think it's cool how fast they move, but I disagree with the implementation. They should have at least deployed a fork. And he's saying that because 1% of the trading volume goes towards buying and burning Punkster. So 50% of the value capture exterior to their direct ecosystem. He's saying, guys, you're giving up so much money. Like, that's a bad business decision. And he's not wrong there. But I'm sorry. I'm one of those guys who always thought this space was a way to do things different and to support people who have supported you. And in a way, this is like that. This is almost like a royalty to CryptoPunks. Seems like a miss, especially if it's your official token. I also think official tokens should be in some way given to the community versus just sold to them. And likely there's more emergent value if they can be exchange listed. I don't think strategy tokens can be. He's right. I didn't realize this, guys. Like, I knew they fixed the token thing where you can't make other pairs. I didn't know they're actually non-transferable, which it's true, guys. If you buy a strategy token, you can't transfer it to another wallet. They're like soul-bound fungible tokens. They're like soul-bound fungible tokens. It's kind of wild. But he's wrong here again. Which is given to the community versus just selling them. They're doing both. They sold them, but they also then bought token to prop up the price of the token. But the tokens they're buying, they're giving to the community. So all they did was invest more in the community. They are giving it to the community. So again, wrong there. His comments make sense on other tokens. GVC doesn't fit this. Burbster is the best strategy. This is a guy who's, this is a good CEO. This is a good, founder, whatever. We got to say CEO. It's a good one. It's talking up a big game about your own thing. Burbster is the best strategy token. It's the only high cap NFT with enough volume in both directions that the flywheel works. Burbster holds 56 NFTs, has sold 37. For contrast, even Punkster holds 29 NFTs and has only sold 3. So in most cases, the flywheel is theoretical. GVC fixed this. If you buy a GVC listed one, you're going to get a token airdrop. For Burbster, it's actually happening. So I agree with them. There has to be like organic demand for the NFT collection. Exactly right. Yeah, I mean, Spencer's kind of wrong on a lot of this stuff. Those exchange listings used to help. They can help in some scenarios here. It's different now, man. Outside of the initial launch, the mechanism, the strategy tokens don't actually create momentum for the underlying NFT collection. It does when you tweak the buying, where it's not just one sweep, but where you have constant buys coming at certain intervals. That's how they work now. Burbster doesn't work like that. Burbster sweeps. They're not net buyers. They just replace the floor up by 20%. He's right there also. That happens in these collections already. I've been watching this automated trading in GVC from day one. Everything is bought, repriced higher, it's how it works already. Why not capture some of the value of that happening by automating it yourself, having it drive fees back to the team? On GVC, royalties from the NFT sale, 5%. And then on the flip side, the 1% for, the treasury from the token trade. Happy to shill and support Burbster because I know a lot of my holders own it. A lot of my comments around this topic have been misconstrued as bearish, but I'm not. There's a lot of bad discourse going on about these tokens. Call a spade a spade. Strategy tokens are their own interesting media, but they aren't going to bring back the underlying NFTs in a meaningful way in the long run. He's right about some of this stuff. He's like 50-50. Some of that stuff he's right, but he's got some really important details wrong. I'll say specifically for GVC, for Vibester, like flat out wrong. I do want to do more with Burbster. I'm watching how some other experiments play out. Yeah, it's all still interesting. He just has some points wrong. And Tyler, right, co-founder of GVC, saying that. Too many holes here to go point counterpoint. But you're missing one of the primary issues with native tokens, which is a conflict of interest. Okay. The biggest disruptor here is the fair launch platform, which naturally, given prior commitments, you are challenging. We could have launched a native token and personally netted handsomely. We chose not to because we know the conflict of interest exists. Despite the spins and justification for it, there's something there. You take a token, you launch a token, you airdrop it to your holders Holders dump. Anybody who is going to buy secondary fucking wrecked. And we know that because you look at every chart. You look at every chart, and that's exactly how it goes. If it has liquidity guardrails that act as a net positive for collectors, case in point, the biggest liquidation event in market history, and the protocol still deploying over 415 ETH as we speak. Everything's red except us. And we have royalties. GVC is the 5% royalties. We chose to give back our 1% protocol fees to collectors. So GVC, 1% is going to Punkster, 1% is going to GVC holders in those seasonal airdrops. GVC nailed it. I mean, they nailed it. I would say damn near flawless. I would say it's flawless, but I gotta, it's still so new. We gotta see if anything is broke and doesn't work, but I think it's fucking flawless. And with the fee structure and Spencer's point, if you're giving up 1%, like that's bad business. Tyler's saying, I'm fine with the fee structure. Punks gave us NFTs, which they didn't, but they did. And we all know that conversation. Spencer, if there's holes in my argument, why not address them? I mean, yeah, he was kind of wrong throughout the post. Only specifically with GVC. A lot of the other stuff he was kind of right on. But it should not. GVC is the only one he mentioned. Outside of Punkster, outside of Burbster. Yep. Dude, yeah. Just Chris, fucking unbelievable thing they're putting on. Unbelievable. ETH did not beat its last all-time high. Just a weird take from Spencer. He's a smart dude. I mean, he believes what he's saying, I'm sure, but I'd be bummed if that was the tippity top, but it could have been. But I don't think it's over. For me, it all comes back to, I don't want to spend time on it really, but it all comes back to the regulation stuff, right? The market structure bill. If that is not passed and if there's a bigger fight to be put up there, I think this cycle's over. And that's still a few months, right, of figuring that out. If it passes, game on. Like if that passes, game on, and this cycle maybe is even extended out further than everyone thought it would be, right? Extended to, everybody's saying Q1. If we get the market structure bill and it passes like at the end of the year, I have a feeling, extended way beyond. And we still have the tariff stuff to play out. Are they ruled illegal? Do we have to go refund country? Like there's so much going on, man. Just no idea. No idea how we figure out cycle top and when it's coming out. Like no idea. Oh, it did hit all-time high, Christian. That's right. It did. ETH did hit an all-time high. Yeah, Chris, my only worry is it sounds like the Democrats are putting up a big fight again. It was a slam dunk before, and now all of a sudden it's definitely not. And that worries me. If it doesn't pass, I do think it's game over for this cycle. At that point, right, then the more macro cycle carries us as far as it's going to carry us. But nothing special happens if that bill doesn't pass. If that bill passes, man, that good times. So we do need that to pass. It's very, 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 very fucking important. And I'm less sure about it now. I still think it passes. And I think it's like a huge positive for crypto. And I think we then start getting big announcements like the Swift stuff, right? And these, major institutions and funds coming to crypto and building here. Like all that stuff happens. The first domino to fall is this market structure bill. And then I think we see stuff that we are not expecting. And we keep watching for the next meta. What's going to be the next AI meta? What's the next meta that we're not expecting? I think it comes after the market structure bill. That all of a sudden, sky's the limit. Go experiment, go build. There's going to be an innovation exemption. Like, go fucking play and break stuff and build stuff and do cool shit. Game on. I think the next meta comes later because of that. If it doesn't pass, then I really do think cycle over for crypto. I do. Without that, I don't see how we get any more big market moving things, catalysts, like nothing. I think that's game over.
'Cause I think the market structure bill is going to pass. And I think it's going to be a huge positive for crypto. I think we then start getting big announcements like the Swift stuff, right? And these, major institutions and funds coming to crypto and building here. Like all that stuff happens. The first domino to fall is this market structure bill. And then I think we see stuff that we are not expecting. And we keep watching for the next meta. What's going to be the next AI meta? What's the next meta that we're not expecting? I think it comes after the market structure bill. That all of a sudden, sky's the limit. Go experiment, go build. There's going to be an innovation exemption. Like, go fucking play and break stuff and do cool shit. Game on. I think the next meta comes later because of that. If it doesn't pass, then I really do think cycle over for crypto. I do. Without that, I don't see how we get any more big market moving things, catalysts, like nothing. I think that's game over.
What is this? More thoughts about the strategy tokens, I guess. Yeah, more here even too. We made more money off royalties from Burbster than we have from our NFTs. More money from TokenWorks in 2 weeks than from the project in 6 months. And Spencer writes thousands of words to shit on strategy. Yeah, it is kind of weird. Again, I get his point. He's just saying it's not aligned with the NFT. He's saying that even if you make all that money, it doesn't help the NFT because all it's doing is relisting higher. I mean, like, again, I get some of his points. It just doesn't apply to GVC. It doesn't. It doesn't apply there. All right, let's get to the yeah, this is not the best first, Spencer, other than getting eyeballs, which is great. That's all. Eyeballs is all that matters. Negative, positive, whatever. Getting eyeballs is it's all that matters, and he's getting them. So GG to Spencer. All right, here's James Wynn. I think everybody knows James Wynn. No, Rarebo, nope. I'm not buying. I wish I were. I wish I were liquid enough to buy. I would love to. I would love to get one. I would love to buy one and get in on those rewards. But no, I'm going to be happy with my 3, and those will be what I'm riding for the long term. I got to decide 2 out of my 3. Like, I definitely want to keep one, right? I need to sell. I want to make some money on them. But like, I love them so much. I don't want to be out of GVC, right? So I got to decide which of my 3 is my forever keeper. The bummer is the one I love the most is the one that'll be worth the most. So it's like I don't want to ever sell Hoodie, but he'd be the smartest one to sell, right? This guy's probably right in between, right? He's probably perfect where keep him forever. He's not Grail. He's not going to be worth what Hoodie's worth. He's going to be worth a little something. So like this might be the forever one. This I kind of count like a floor, even though I like him a lot better than a floor. It's a good looking vibey. So I don't think he'll be my forever one. It could be this one. Although again, I think I'll get some nice offers and whatever for him. But yeah, unfortunately, this one's probably the one that has to go as much as he's the best, I know. Well, ideally, I'll get that chance. Sell him, grab a floor that doesn't belong on the floor, or just a floor that resonates, whatever, and I can just stay in that way, right? That's probably the right way to go. And at that rate, maybe it's just him I keep. But this is fair. Yeah, this is fair, English. That's absolutely true. It's absolutely true. It's always good to keep that in mind. And what I really hope to do is in the bear load up on like V1s or something again. I love V1s, Luna, good morning, man. Very fucking cool getting you on yesterday, sir. I can't help myself, English, All right, let's listen to James Wynn on Spaces yesterday. I think he was fucking drunk too. Oh, fuck. I'm a fucking idiot, guys. Hang on.
Explain why you think it's a joke. Tell me.
Well, okay. So how? Right. Okay. What level? Right. Okay. Fucking hell. Okay. Let's start fucking talking numbers. How many hold on. Let me get to my punch page just so I don't mess anything up. Right. What was your points for stage 2?
I'll DM you private and tell you.
No. Fucking say it now.
I'm not saying it on here.
You're a fucking bitch, Bugs.
No
You're a
chance I'm
bitch.
saying it on here. You're a fucking bitch. Fuck out of here.
All right, let's go to some hands and understand
They booted him? No, they dropped
that
him.
I don't care how big your wallet is, how many bots you have following your account. We're not tolerating any disrespect on this fucking stage. You
Yeah,
can,
that's
you can
crazy.
suck 3 dicks at one time.
Motherfucker's drunk too.
Calafia, let's go to you with the hand up. My bad. I had you muted, Calafia. My bad. Okay.
Yo, Spotty. Your issue, you might.
That was fucking awesome. James Wynn is a character, man. James Wynn is a character. Yeah, it's not a bad problem to have. I'll say that. You're right, Rarebo. Or Bow? Dude, is it Rare Bow or Rare Bow? I think it's Bow, Rare Bow. Dude, check it out. GVC's got such ridiculous holders, whales in it. It does, like, just so well connected, man. It's one of the things that drew me to the collection, right? What's the name of that Spaces, by the way? Rare Bow, okay. What's that space? Yeah, I should probably tune into that more. Anyway, you got guys like Cirque. I think Cirque, by the way, connected me to Ithaca Protocol. Got them on my show for an interview on my weekday show, which is cool. Cirque is really cool. Anyway, dude's sitting on what? 6 gold GVCs, 4.5 ETH floor. It's again, oh, that's Anon. Anon did that. So again, really good holders, really good traders, holders, collectors in this collection. Anon, 6 of these. He's sitting on what, like 30 ETH worth of these gold GVCs. Cirque has got 110 Vibies. I mean, like, some of these guys are gonna make a fortune out of this thing, and they're smart. They're not just gonna dump. Smart traders, man. Smart traders in this collection. It's, GVC is perfect. It's the art is perfect. The team is perfect. The timing and execution perfect. The traits perfect. The holders perfect. It's the perfect collection. Now the perfect token. Like, I don't know. I'm literally at a loss for words. Like, it's the perfect collection of this cycle. It's special. It's different. It is the one. It is the one. GVC is the one. Let me see if we got anything else. Also, James Wynn was up there just talking shit, just having fun. I want to peek real quick at virtuals. I know nobody gives a shit about virtuals right now. Fair. But I will tell you, there are a few launches coming up this week that have not been announced. And guys, if you like how the strategy tokens are playing out, there's going to be some really spicy stuff coming on virtuals that are going to play out similarly. It's just a fact. I'm curious what our market cap is here. These things launch with a tax, right? 99% drops to 1%. This thing out of the gate hits 7 mil. Dump. Back up to 5 mil. Clearly there was money to make on this token. And this was kind of close to a nothing burger token. You have something coming tomorrow from a team who's backed by Mark Andreessen, at least through VC, backed by, I know Virtuals Ventures, but some other backers. Let me just show who they're, kind of backed by. This one will probably do well. This market sucks. The market sucks, but I'm just telling you, there's going to be some plays coming up. There's like 2 or 3 launches coming up in the next like couple of weeks, and it might be this week. Not announced, and they're, at least Big Whale's got them listed at A tier, and I don't know. I don't rank stuff the way he does, but I have a feeling they're very good launches. So Baseball with this ATM thing, which trades, what is it? What are they called? 0 days to expire. I think that's what it is. 0 days to expire options. So they're options that expire same day, often within a few hours. They're very easy trades. They're very, very easy, like basically automatic wins. They're just very small wins. but they trade these things for yield. You know what I mean? Like you're basically going to park your money in a vault. It's going to trade these 0 days to expire options. Easy money. So that's kind of different, kind of unique. I like it. Backed by, what is this? Neoclassic Capital. So Mark Andreessen, Chris Dixon, Kathy Matsui, Jeff Vinnick. I don't know most of them. Not going to lie. Altos Ventures backed him. I'm pretty positive Virtuals Ventures backed him. One AI agents base batches, some kind of, I don't know, hackathon kind of thing. Also a grant from base. All that to say, this thing will actually work. This thing will probably cook. These launches are not gated now, right? They're not points gated, whatever. There's not pre-sales. It just token goes live like the strategy tokens. Wait and watch the tax go down. Pick your spot to enter. This one's going to do really, really well. I kind of think this one's going to go 10 mil plus. Depends on this market. We'll see. But there's going to be some money to make over here. And I don't think it's going to be hard. And I think maybe not a ton are going to pay attention. So watch this stuff. I really do think you should be watching virtual. For short term, watch virtuals. Long term, I'm not. I just don't know if the platform is going to keep working. But short term, there's going to be some wins there. And if they're big wins, they're going to get the big eyeballs back over and maybe big money back over. So definitely be watching, paying attention. And then there was one other tweet. Hang on. It was kind of this one too. I think this is just showing all these like, oh, this doesn't show what I was thinking. So never mind. But there is a lot of buyback. This is showing all these dev cells, I think. But they do a lot of buybacks. All that 99% tax, that money's used to go buy back up the floor. And they do it at intervals. I think that they have like a schedule for, so you kind of know when to buy. Unfortunately, I think people are dumping along the way. But there's gonna be a way to game this thing. So I would just be watching out for. So AIX bet. See if there's any good. I don't want to read all that. So whatever. Okay, people are calling out AIX bet for selling along the way, but they're supposed to. And I don't know. Yeah, I think takeaway is don't know. Got a lot more to learn. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I think there will be plays over there. Last point. Oh, this also plays into the vibe strategy. And it is, there will be another very hot strategy token coming. Hope I didn't kill that tweet. Let me make sure I got it. There's another hot strategy token coming in the short term that might suck some liquidity from these other coins. We don't have the date, right? They said they're going to pause for a bit and kind of get their schedule straightened out. So these strategy tokens are going to launch a little less frequently. Fuck, I think I X'd out the tweet. Let me see if I can find it. But there is a big one coming. Do you guys know what it is? Curious if anybody knows. If anyone knows what token's coming, and it's a good one. Fuck, I hope I find the tweet. It's a good tweet. I gotta find it. It's a really good one. I'm gonna find it. Here we go. I did close it. Here it is. Good strategy token coming. Guys, Chimpster. Yeah, Chimp Strategy's coming. It's going to be a good one. It's actually like GVC. In fact, I said before, I didn't think there would be another GVC type, Vibester type token. Chimpster probably is going to be just like it. They don't have a token already. It's a really good NFT collection. It already has a lot of organic demand. It already has very viral content. If they adopt that token in the same way GVC did, they could just straight up copy it. They don't have the royalties like GVC does, I don't believe. Pretty sure they don't because they're, older NFT. But yeah, Chimster, I think, might copy the GVC playbook. I don't think it'll get as high. If Vibster's 15 mil, maybe Chimster's like 8 mil. Don't know, but I think you're gonna have another very easy win here, like a very easy win in a Chimster token. That might come this week. Maybe they want to wait and time the market when it's a little hotter. They probably should, but I think it'll do well regardless. Yeah. Chimsters are big enough. I think they could do it, and it'll do well. So yeah, they got a strategy token coming. Maybe their official token. Maybe. Of course we're live, Marty. Of course we're live, man. So yeah, be watching for that. That's the only. There's, by the way, we got confirmation there's going to be an Azuki strategy too. But I wouldn't bet on that the same way I'd bet on a Chimster or Vibester or whatever, right? So just be aware that's coming. There's going to be more plays. We ain't dead yet, boys. We're not dead yet. No, good stuff's still coming. I believe it. Don't know if it's this week. Market's closed tomorrow, so we're not going to know anything tomorrow, really. It's going to be a few days. Ooh, yeah, good point, Chris. Yeah, those cosmics are very graily. Probably get a big old token stimmy, but how much and what? Yeah, dude. Yep. I don't know. Whatever they do is going to be pretty freaking awesome. Oh, dude, I hope my algo. You might see an algo. You might see my feed looking a little weird, man. Let's see. Let me see. We'll scroll. Okay, thank God. Thank God. I was looking up cheerleading videos yesterday. Cool. Does Udi technically rhyme with poopy? No, it does. No, perfect. It does. Yeah. It does rhyme. Very good. Very fucking good. Anyway, guys, make sure you subscribe to Inside NFTs. Actually, make sure you look. You don't have to buy. Obviously, don't buy or buy. I don't care. But just know we're live on PUMPFUN 2. These streams will go back to streaming exclusively on PUMPFUN. They will. When the market heats up, we'll do what we do. We'll launch the streams here, and then in 15, 20 minutes in, kill the stream, and then only over on PUMPFUN. I'm going to do it like that because I want to make sure you guys who are in get that pump out of it. We will get that pump. We will get those interviews. We will have those guests. We will have some pretty silly shit happening. So just be ready for it. But subscribe Inside NFTs on YouTube. And then you can follow me at HUDAH_idiot on X. Monday through Friday, I'm live, not on this channel, but instead I'm live over on, actually, this is going to change, but right now my weekday show, 9 a.m. Eastern time, is over on the Swarm_AI. It's probably moving either back to the Crypto Slam channel. So just follow all these, I guess, but Swarm AI is where it has been. It might still be the first few days this week, but later it's moving, and it might be later this week, back to Crypto Slam. So follow over there too. Or it might be moving over to the Slam AI account. And like I said, with prediction markets and the data that's going to power them and how these markets are settled, and they need, transparent, accurate data that you can go reference back to by the block. Well, that's what you can do with our data here. So big announcements coming. I think we have a big announcement actually coming very early this week too. It's a pretty spicy one with I could just say a bunch of partners. So definitely subscribe to Slam or follow Slam AI_XYZ. You can go on the website, check out the white paper. There's some details there about what we're doing. That is getting an update too. So more to come. And there we go. I'm going to go practice my cheer tournament today. Pizza today. Pineapple fucking pizza today, guys. The biggest win was that not a single person here, actually now that Marty's here, I think probably wrecked. Not a single person here said they didn't like pineapple pizza. Everybody said they loved pineapple. One last time. Is anybody new watching right now that does not like pineapple pizza? I have a feeling now there's a little more people. There's more people. I'm sure somebody here does not like pineapple pizza. We were batting 1,000, boys. Every single person that replied liked pineapple pizza. All right, there we go. There we go. Had a feeling. Had a feeling. All right, our streak. I should have just stopped before I even asked, because we just that's probably something that would have gone in like the Guinness Book of World Records. I don't think anybody's ever asked that question, and everybody said they like pineapple pizza. We should have just locked it in there. But all right, Musty Rectus. Goal is to win Musty over. And I imagine Marty's not a pineapple pizza guy either. But whatever. You can't be perfect. I get it. Anyway, have a great day, guys. We'll see you later. Goodbye.